What's up, YouTube? Topher Peterson here again. Another episode of Misadventures in Startups. Week 9, wrapping up with Startup School 2019. I know I said I'm going to try and keep these videos short. We'll see if I can do that. I'm extremely long-winded. Anyway, this is what I wanted to talk about for my update today. I was talking with a friend about my most successful app to date, RoboStop, which is not the app that I'm working on right now, but it's really my only app that I've built so far that anybody actually used. It was a telemarketer call blocking app for Android. It peaked at 9,000 users, and then Google changed some rules with the Google Play Store, and they kind of killed my app. I had to take it down off the Play Store. Anyway, I was talking to this friend of mine about the app, and I showed them I have a chart. I've got my chart from the Google Play Store. I've got like an analytics chart. I would show it on here, but I'm lazy and I don't want to do a screencast. Anyway, I had 2 hockey sticks. There was a hockey stick in growth. From when I first launched the app, I had, no users really. It was me and the overnight guy at the hotel, at the motel, the Cockroach Motel in Austin that I stayed in. I can't remember the name of it. It's kind of a charming place. I'm into kind of crummy places like that. Anyway, the overnight guy, I went to South by Southwest to promote my app. The launch was a disaster. I hardly talked to anybody. The only person really that downloaded it was the overnight guy. And I thought it was like a big failure and whatnot. And I actually tried to, I brought this iPhone that I'm shooting on right now. I brought it down there with me, and I think I had my GoPro, and I attempted to shoot one of my first or second vlog episodes. But the very end of that episode that I was shooting, was at the very end of the startup crawl for South by Southwest, and I was so sad. It was such a disaster, and I shot this extremely depressing clip. And the clip was so I was near a church in downtown Austin, and it had started to kind of rain, and everything was a disaster, and I was kind of just talking into the camera like I am now, and it was so sad. And now I wish I would not have, I deleted all the video or footage or whatever from me walking around and doing all this stuff. I could have easily just not put that clip in the vlog post or whatever, but it was so sad and depressing that I deleted it. Anyway, I'm trying to bring this full circle. So I was talking to my friend about how about a month, 6 weeks, 2 months after that, I had this kind of hockey stick explosion of growth that all came organically from the Google Play Store, from people that were just fed up with robocalls, searching in the Play Store, trying my app, and I guess it was good enough that maybe people told their friends about it. So anyway, I had this hockey stick. It kind of grew up to about 1,000 users. I did a late application to Y Combinator, and then it flatlined my growth, not my use. And it flatlined, and it was kind of sad. I was like, it was too good to be true and whatever. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but in my chart, in the growth chart, I was telling my friend about this, at one point during the flat line, the app broke on my phone, and I started getting all these telemarketing calls again. I was like, I need to fix this. So I fixed some bugs, and then the growth started taking off again. So I got that second hockey stick, and it went and it peaked at about 9,000 users before they kind of killed the app with these changes to the Play Store, which was unfortunate. Okay, so now I'm going to fast forward to my current project, Money Phone. It's a personal finance app that I'm using, that I've built and I'm using to help with my own personal finances and my financial woes that I used to experience, which I'm not so much experiencing anymore because I'm quite a bit better with money now that I'm using this app. That's why I have a lot of faith in it, is that it's effective and it's been helping me, and so I think it might be a success, just like RoboStop was. And I think I've maybe uncovered a formula, which I've talked about here on the vlog before, I believe in the very first episode I shot, that if you build something that's useful and you use it yourself, there's a good chance that other people might use it too, if you can kind of survive through that trough of sorrow that Paul Graham talks about. So, Sorry, I know I said it was going to be short. It's like been 5 minutes. I'm so long-winded. Anyway, before bed tonight, I decided to pull up dbeaver, this software that I use to check my database, because I'm not really using any like legit analytics. I just kind of pull up my my SQL database, my SQL database, to check out and see, hey, did anybody install the app? And I got a new download from a random person, which this hasn't really happened very many times before. One time, someone named Venice Jones downloaded my app, the old version, and tonight some random person, and that kind of triggered in my brain. I go, oh, I got a random unexpected download, and that's kind of how everything triggered with RoboStop, which I was talking about earlier with my friend. I was looking at the growth chart, and right before bed tonight, pulled up the database software, and I see random download, which is like this glimmer of hope that maybe I could repeat the success that I had with RoboStop and do it again. And it all starts with random downloads. So what I did is I followed up with this person. Her name is, I'm going to butcher her name, Janina Lavassier? Probably butchering this person's name. I'm very, very sorry. But Janina is a project manager. So I'm assuming that's software related. Let's see. Yeah, it says she's a Scrum Master. I've LinkedIn stalked her. She's a Scrum Master, and she lives in Pompano Beach, Florida. So I don't know why she was checking out my app. I don't know if she's recruiting or hiring people in Texas or something. I don't know. I have no idea how this person found my app. I've had other people download the app during startup school, just like other people in the group lead week sessions. Sometimes you'll download each other's apps to check them out since you're talking to the people for an hour. But this just kind of came out of the blue, out of nowhere. I've never spoken with this person. I don't believe. I didn't apply for a job with this person's company or anything. So I have no idea where this person came from. But I sent her an email, and maybe I should have waited. I don't know if the person's going to email me back. If they do, I don't know, maybe I'll do a follow-up video. But this is the email that I sent to her. Well, I really wanted to make sure that my email didn't get lost in her inbox, so I tried to put kind of a what do you call that? A subject line in the email that would get her attention, but not be like too wacky and crazy. So I just said, "Hello!" ! Wondering how you came across my app. So I figured that is kind of what I want to know, and I said, "Miss Lavassier, Lavasseur." Man, I'm so stupid. I have no idea how you say this name. I'm sure it's like a fairly common name. I'm not sure if it's French. Probably French. I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing. But anyway, this is what I said to her. I said, "My name's Topher Peterson. I'm the founder and developer of a personal finance and expense tracking app called MoneyPhone. Just wondering, do you remember how you happened to come across my app? Right now, myself and a really close friend of mine are really the only people using the app, so I was just curious how you might have come across it. If you wouldn't mind chatting with me a little bit, it would be of tremendous help. Thanks, Topher Peterson." I left my contact info. So anyway, little glimmer of hope here. I think this was the second to last week of startup school. So I think I'm ending on a maybe not a high note, but on a glimmer of hope that maybe this app can be just like the other one, where it kind of just starts taking off out of nowhere. I mean, I plan on doing marketing and whatnot, find some kind of traction channel, but it looks like something that I've done. Somehow this woman found my app, and that's how it all started with RoboStop. Hopefully it will happen again with MoneyPhone, and maybe MoneyPhone will be more of a success than RoboStop, because I didn't really make any money with RoboStop. I just had actual people using it, and it was, in the thousands of people. And I think with this app, if I can get thousands of users, or even just 1,000 users, I think there's a chance that I can either A, get someone to fund my startup, like an angel investor, or get into an accelerator, or the app will be good enough that I can get like a real developer job, and won't have to go back to some of the bad jobs I had before. The job I have right now is a pretty good job. It just doesn't pay very much. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about at work cutting back a little bit so I can work more on the app and kind of double down and bet on myself instead of, I don't know if I want to bet on the company that I'm currently with. I'm not gonna like just quit and up and leave, but I think I'm gonna try and dial it back and kind of maybe go 100% in and go full, Brian Chesky, Airbnb, Joe Gebbia, and just like completely quit your job and just go all in. But I'm thinking maybe I try to strategically dial back at work a little bit. And instead of working 5 days a week, maybe work 3 or 4, so I can work on the app more, because it's got a long ways to go. But that's where I'm going to end it tonight, on a glimmer of hope. Week 9, Startup School 2019, Money Phone Personal Finance. Check it out. Get your personal finances under control. Manage your money like a boss. Topher Peterson out. See you guys next week.